everyone, welcome to Kundalini Yoga. We are continuing through the 21 stages of meditation, and we have come to the final stage, stage 21, which is called infinite pulse. We're in the third journey, the transcendent self, and you've done an amazing job really on this journey, and hopefully you're finding that you're really connecting inward in the meditations and bringing things to consciousness from your unconscious and subconscious mind, becoming more aware of anything that you may need to work on, and just becoming more self-aware through your day as well, and taking that time to just stop yourself, reflect before your response, and being able to think a bit more clearly as well, and really approaching things with more neutrality also, and peace of mind. So stage 21 is called infinite pulse, and it says, one last step, a spiritual crown given only by thee, which can never be earned, never taken. It is unlimited. The mind serves, and you are silent before the infinite. Your stillness radiates limitless actions. Your absolute containment knows no bounds. A perfect balance lets you dwell in the heart-centered, graceful joy filled with excellence, gratitude, and truth. The self is home. Your home is the self within the self. This is the stage in which the self is merged. The finite and infinite selves are one. This stage establishes an equilibrium that knows no bounds. Effort becomes effortless, and peace and bliss abide. It is difficult to describe, and all practitioners say that it has to be experienced. Unlike the previous stages, we have now dropped all sense of ego. The self within the self is home. The burden of ego and the effort to maintain a persona or a position in the great dance of life is replaced by the playful embrace and love of all that is. This is basically a step beyond mind, and it cannot be accomplished by any effort. Woven through it is a patient surrender to all you are, then only as the crown of spirituality bestowed. The self has become its own reality. In itself, it is finally given a place in the heart of everything. The gift of consciousness is nowhere if we cling to ego, and everywhere if we can let go of the ego and allow the infinite in. Not bound by the sequence of previous stages because it has no sequence, the realization of the infinite pulse can happen in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of our journey. The change is not in something one sees, but in the nature of seeing itself. It is the transformation that strikes when we see our true nature, non-duality, and experience shuniya, the nothingness or non-existence that gives rise to all that exists. It is not that we know everything, but that we are wise in everything we know. Our infinite spiritual being is always here. Love, patience, humility, peace, stillness, and wonder often accompany this stage. The effects of this meditation are many. First, it clears the subconscious so that we get out of our own way. Second, it uses a sample of the formless infinity in the mantra, Waheguru. It brings us to a neutral stillness, the state of shuniya, where there is total balance and nothing baits us into reaction. Third, by pulsing the mantra 16 times as we keep the Mahaband engaged, we energize all the chakras. If we are balanced in one chakra, but unable to flow appropriately in all the chakras, we can experience power and openness, but never become truly elevated. Fourth, we flow with the sound current into yoga, into merger. Fifth, we become intuitive. In essence, it retrains the mind to give room for the infinite within the self. Prepare to go on this final step of the journey. Just bringing yourself to rest in easy pose, closing the eyes down, focusing at the third eye. Bringing the hands to rest in Gyan Mudra, the thumb and index fingertips touching, seal of knowledge. Engaging neck lock by gently tucking the chin to elongate the neck. And bringing yourself to be here now. Allowing yourself this time to focus inward, this time for you. And being grateful for your experience thus far through the 21 stages of meditation. Becoming more self-aware, gaining more clarity, connecting to your intuition, connecting to your true nature, your true self, your infinite self, and taking that with you wherever you go. Straightening the spine, relaxing the shoulders, and starting to become aware of your breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. Fully inhaling and exhaling. And bringing the palms together into prayer pose at heart center and starting to rub the palms briskly together, generating energy. And slowly bring the palms apart about 4 to 6 inches, being aware of the sensations between the palms, slowly moving them in and out. Noticing any sensations between the palms. Bring them together again into prayer pose at heart center. Thumbs are pushed gently into the sternum. We'll tune in with the Adi mantra, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. This will allow us to connect to the wisdom of the past and present teachers and to connect our consciousness for today's meditation. Stage 21, Infinite Pulse. Take a deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale, slowly bring the hands to resting Gyan Mudra. Keeping the eyes closed down, focused at the third eye. Staying connected inward, feeling the stillness. And slowly opening the eyes. Today's meditation is called Sudarshan Chakra Kriya. And it involves a mantra, Waheguru. Waheguru means I am in ecstasy when I experience the indescribable wisdom. And we will be mentally chanting this mantra. And with this meditation, and it says that there are some hints here for practice and mastery. It is more important to be fully engaged with your awareness than to do a long session if you are unfocused, asleep, or inattentive. Doing this practice means you merge into the infinite sound of your soul and the cosmos. It is simple and profound, yet requires you to transcend your presence. To maximize the effectiveness of this practice, you must pay attention to the basic body locks or bandhas. These capture, direct, and intensify the flow of energy in your nervous system and pranic body generated in the meditation. The neck lock, Jalandhar band, is held throughout, and it's essential to suspending the breath properly. As you pulse the mantra at the navel, the root lock, wool band, is activated simultaneously. And gradually, the Uddiyana band, the diaphragm lock, becomes stronger and more sustainable. So you're applying Mahaband in this meditation, which is all 3 locks. So for the meditation, Sudarshan Chakra Kriya will be an easy pose with the left hand resting in Gyan Mudra, the thumb and index fingertips touching. The right hand is going to be blocking the nostril for the breath. So we have the right thumb blocking the right nostril on the inhale. So we're always inhaling through the left nostril, and the palm is facing towards the left. Inhaling always through the left nostril, and then on our exhale, you're going to block the left nostril with either the index or the pinky finger, and always exhale completely through the right nostril. We're going to inhale completely through the left, Suspend the breath in, and on the suspension of the breath in, we're going to be mentally chanting the mantra Waheguru 16 times. So total of 16 times, and do your best with that. If you can't quite make it to that amount, that's okay. Just maybe start with 10 or 12 and build up to that. Just make sure it's consistent. And ideally, you're doing 16 times of mentally chanting Waheguru. And as you're chanting Waheguru, we're also pumping the navel center. So it says, repeat the mantra mentally as a 3-beat sound. Wa is 1, He is 2, and Guru is 3. On each mental vibration of the 3 parts of the mantra, you pull the navel point in. That is 3 pulses of the navel point for each Waheguru. So on the suspension of the breath in, you're mentally chanting Waheguru 16 times, and with each mental chant of Waheguru, you're pumping 3 times of the navel point. So you can pull in like Waheguru, a pulse of the navel point, a little bit in, a little bit more, and then fully in for each Waheguru. So pumping the navel point 3 times for each Waheguru. And we're going to do the Sudarshan Chakra Kriya for a total of 11 minutes today. It says you can do it for a maximum of 2.5 hours, but also can be practiced for 3, 11, 31, or 62 minutes. So let's begin. And also the eye focus will be focused down at the tip of the nose. So the eyes aren't closed, but they're focused down at the tip of the nose. Sudarshan Chakra Kriya. Just be with your own experience and do your best. Bring the left hand into Gyan Mudra, right hand up to block the right nostril, eyes focus down at the tip of the nose, neck lock engaged, gently tucking the chin to elongate the neck. And begin. Just going at your own pace for the meditation. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath in. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath in. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Stretch the arms up overhead. Every part of the body. Exhale. And shake. Arms all around. Move the whole body. Shake everything. Feel the energy surround you. And relax again, coming into stillness. And closing the eyes down, focusing at the third eye. Connecting inward here to the stillness, the calmness, peace within. Connection to your infinite self. This whole journey connecting you to your infinite self, to your true nature, cleansing the mind. You're able to carry that peace, your true nature, with you outside of your practice. Keeping the eyes closed down here, I'm going to read a bit about realization. If happiness is a sap for the tree of life, then realization is its fruit. We are often told that realization or enlightenment is the goal of all our practices. Yet realization is not something we can grasp or possess. Realization possesses us. People's expectations and definitions of realization vary widely, but it's essentially a maturity of consciousness. We all recognize that the state of consciousness we call realization is hard to capture in words and may never be something that can be explained by intellect alone. Instead, realization is best understood in the life of someone who demonstrates it. Realization is a natural potential within each of us. We have a unique opportunity in this human body through the breath of life to experience the self. So the body is something to be refined, directed, and treated with respect and gratitude. Meditation is not just sitting still or becoming calm. There are many techniques and skills to develop your awareness, and the body is a part of that, not separate from it. In fact, several of the meditations throughout the stages require us to regulate the breath, chant sounds, and hold specific postures and mudras. It is through the body that we process realization, so that our body and the body of the cosmos may unite. In many ways, the division between the self and God is false. The ego, which identifies with emotions and commotions, is the only barrier. When we realize our true self, we automatically realize kindness and compassion, and find that God is not something separate to be attained, understood, or found. Instead, we are asked to test our own experience and come to our own conclusions. Realization is our capacity for attunement with God and all things, and our capacity for communication with ourself, which he often called attunement. The sense of realization qualified within the human experience comes as a relationship between the finite self, the finite sense of self, and the infinite self matures. Meditation is the royal way, the path to clear the mind and test our own potential. Through the 21 stages of meditation, we change and refine our sense of self. We shift our perspective and open up to new perceptions, new choices, and new capacities. We change the things we identify ourselves with, and each new quality of self has its own particular tools and potentials. The use of meditation, Laya Yoga, and the Shabad Guru, passed on by yogis and the gurus in the Sikh tradition, are powerful tools to develop the self and its depth. Authentic realization is a life well lived, and a destiny fulfilled. The nature of meditation. We need to hone our meditative skills in order to clear our minds. But when we clear the mind, we open our intuition and expand our sensitivity, and with it, our capacity to create, prosper, and heal. Through the 21 stages of meditation, realization becomes a reality. The mind is the mediator of our happiness. We can suffer or we can experience our own happiness and bliss. Simply refine the relationship to the mind. When we confront and master the mind, we recognize our real self and tune into our spirits with each inhalation and exhalation. In this way, the steps to happiness become easy to climb. Bringing the hands together into prayer pose. Starting to rub the palms briskly together. And resting them again in prayer pose at heart center. We'll close today's Sudarshan Chakra Kriya, 21 stages of meditation. The last stage, the infinite self. Feeling connected to your true and infinite self. And we'll close this journey with the long time sun. Take a deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale for long time sun. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sat Nam. Sat Nam being our true identity. Thank you so much for joining me through this journey, through the 21 stages of meditation. And remembering that the journey doesn't end here. We have to continue to practice, continue to connect inward, continue to hone in and connect to our mind. And remembering that the mind, it says, is the mediator of our happiness. So we have control of that. And continuing to practice meditation is very important. You can continue to go through these stages of the journey and do your best with it. Satnam. Much love. And I'll see you again soon.